Class 5, Subject Science, Chapter number 2, Human Body, the Skeletal System, Part 3. Good morning, children. In the last video, you have studied about 3 major kinds of bones of our skeleton, that is skull, backbone, and rib cage. Skull is made up of 22 bones, and all the bones are immovable except the lower jaw. Skull protect our brain and some sense organs. Then we have also studied about the backbone. Okay, it is also called as vertebral column or spine. It is made up of 33 small bones and it protects our spinal cord. Then you had studied about the rib cage. Rib cage is made up of 12 pairs of bones and it protects some delicate organs like heart and lungs. Now in today's video we will learn about the remaining 2 major bones, that is the bones in arms and legs and about the girdles. Okay, these 2 kinds of bones were remaining. So today we are going to see about the bones in the arms and legs and about the girdles, and then we will learn about the different kinds of joints as well. Let's start with the bones in arms and legs. Human beings have 2 pairs of limbs, arms or forelimbs and legs or hind limbs. Let's begin with the arms. Bones in the arms. We write, we hold things, or when we pick up a thing, we use the bones in our arms. Each arm is attached to the shoulder blade or scapula. The arms are divided into 2 parts. The upper arm and the lower arm. You can see in this picture, the arm is divided into 2 parts. The upper portion above the elbow and the lower portion which is below the elbow. The upper portion has a single long bone called humerus. You can see in this picture, the upper portion has a single long bone that is called humerus. And the lower arm, which is below the elbow, has 2 long parallel bones called ulna and radius. Many small bones joins together to make up the wrist. The hand and the wrist consist of as many as 54 bones. So in our hand and the wrist there are 54 bones. So this is about the bones in the arms. You can feel the bones of arms by touching and pressing your arms. The arms along with the muscles and joints provide movement to the arms and help us to perform different activities like writing, eating and holding things. So let's see again the arms that is divided into 2 parts. The upper arm that has 1 long bone and the name of that bone is humerus, and the lower arm that is made up of 2 bones, radius and ulna. Hand and wrist altogether it is consist of 54 bones. Upper arm has one bone, humerus, and lower arm, that is made up of two bones, radius and ulna. Now bones in legs. The legs are also divided into two parts, the upper leg and the lower leg. The upper part of the leg or thigh has longest bone in the body called femur. You can see here, this is the longest bone. This is called femur. It is also called as thigh bone. The lower leg has two long parallel bones called tibia and fibula. So the bones in the legs is divided into two parts. The upper leg that has one bone called femur, and the lower leg that is below the knee that has two parts, tibia and fibula. The upper leg, longest bone called thigh bone or femur, and the lower part, it has two bones, fibula and tibia. The names are little difficult, but you will have to learn them. Repeat it for 5 to 6 times, you will be able to learn. Femur means the thigh bone. It is joined to the tibia and fibula at knee. Many small bones joins together to make up the ankle and foot. Hind limbs along with the muscles and joints provide movement to legs and help us to perform different activities like walking, running, standing and jumping. Femur, which is also the strongest bone of the body, support body weight during this activity. Now the next is girdles. The last major type of bones in our skeleton is girdle. There are two pairs of girdles in the body, pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. The pectoral girdle consists of the shoulder blade and the collar bone. The upper arm bone are attached to the pectoral girdle. You can see in this picture, scapula is written. The scapula means this is called shoulder blade. Okay. And you can see here clavicle, that is collar bone. So the pectoral girdle is made up of scapula or clavicle, and in your book the simple name is given, that is shoulder blade and the collar bone. The pectoral girdle consists of shoulder blade, or you can say scapula, and the collar bone, or you can say clavicle. The upper arm, you can see here this upper arm that is attached to this pectoral girdle. Everybody clear? This yellowish part, that is showing the pectoral girdle, and it is made up of two parts, the shoulder blade and the collar bone. This side also you can see. So there is a pair of pectoral girdle present in our body, and they are attached to the upper arm. Shoulder blade connect the humerus with the collar bone. See, this humerus, which is the upper part of the arm, that is connected to the scapula or the shoulder blade. Okay. It is important as it connects the arms to the body. Everybody clear about the parts? It is made up of two parts, shoulder blade and collar bone. Shoulder blade means scapula and collar bone means clavicle. Now the next is pelvic girdle. You can see this picture. It is a ring-like bony structure present in between our tummy and the legs. It gives support to the upper part of the body while person is sitting upright or standing. This red color, this is pelvic girdle. So there are two girdles in our body. Pectoral girdle, a pair of pectoral girdle and a pair of pelvic girdle. Now the next topic is joint. A joint is a place where two or more bones meet or join together. We are able to bend or move different parts of our body because of the joint. Folding is possible because of joint. Bending is possible because of joint. Our body has many joints. If we did not have joint, we would find difficult. The simple task will become very difficult, like eating, writing, walking. It will become very difficult without the joint. Any movement required that bending would be impossible. The bones are held together at the joint by strong tissues, and that is called ligaments. Now we know that it is due to the presence of joint that we can bend and move different parts of our body. There are two types of joints, movable joints and immovable joints. Most of the joints are movable except the joint in the skull. Already you have learned about it. The joint in the bones of the skull are immovable joint. The joint in our skull which is movable, only one joint is movable, that is present in our lower jaw. Our lower jaw is only movable, because of that only we can speak and eat. Remaining all the bones in our skull are immovable. So the joint in our body which cannot move are called immovable joints. There are four types of movable joints. These are the hinge joint, the ball and socket joint, the pivot joint and the gliding joint. You can see in this picture hinge joint, ball and socket joint, gliding joint, pivot joint. Let's see about them one by one. First, ball and socket joint. This type of joint has two bones, one with a round ball-like end and the other with a cup-like cavity. You can see in this picture the round end of one bone fits into the cup-like socket of the other bone. This allows movement in all the directions. The arrows are made that shows that it can move in all the direction. Ball and socket joints are found in the shoulder and hips. You can move your hands from the shoulder in all the direction because of this ball and socket joint. See, they are present in our shoulder and hips. Now the second kind of joint is hinge joint. This kind of joint is found in the knees, toes, elbows and fingers. This joint allows back and forth movement, and that to be in one direction only, similar to the hinges of a door. How the door opens only in one direction. You can fold your arms from the elbow in one direction only, just right, isn't it? Your knees also you can fold your legs from the knee in backward direction only and not forward direction, and that is because of the hinge joint is present over there. Okay, you can see hinge joint is present in your elbow and knee. open and shut the door, you will see that it can move in one direction only. The hinge joints are just like the hinges of a door. Curl your fingers and then stretch them out. This is also an example of a hinge joint. So it is present in your elbow, knee, fingers and toes. Now the next type of joint is pivot joint. The pivot joint is found between the skull and the first two vertebrae of the vertebral column. See in this picture. The red marked area is showing pivot joint. It allows movement. It allows movement of the head upward, downward and sideways. Pivot joint allow the rotation movement only. In this joint, the rounded surface of one bone fits to a ring formed by the other bone. Joint between neck and the head is a pivot joint. You can move your head up and down and sideways. That is because of the joint present. That joint is called pivot joint. The next kind of joint is gliding joint. Gliding joints are found in the wrist, ankle and between the vertebra in the backbone. In this type of joint, the bones glides over each other. It is because of the gliding joint that we can bend, turn or twist. Bones are rigid structure. They are very hard that cannot bend. Joints provide flexibility to our body by allowing bone to move in different directions. Different types of joints provide movement in certain directions only. Fluid present within the joints moisturizes the surface of the bone to allow smooth movement. Have you observed when you go to the cycle mechanic to repair your cycle? He put some oil in some places in your cycle. He also put some grease, the jelly-like substance in your cycle for the smooth functioning of your cycle. Like that, the fluid present within the joint moisturizes the surface of the bones and it allows smooth movement. Thus, we can say that joints are the points of movement within the skeletal system and hence we can able to move properly, and because of that it is an important component of our body. So now our joint and types of bones part is over. Let's revise about the different types of movable joints. There are 4 types of movable joints present in our body. The hinge joint, ball and socket joint, pivot joint and gliding joint. Ball and socket joint. In this type of joint, one round ball-like end of a bone fits in other with cup-like cavity. This allows movement in all the direction. It is found in the shoulder and hips. Then the next type of joint is hinge joint. It is like the hinge on the doors which allow movement in one direction only. In ball and socket joint, that allows movement in all the direction, but in hinge joint the movement is in only one direction and it is found in knees, toes, elbows and fingers. The third type of joint is pivot joint. It allows movement of the head upward, downward and sideways. It is found between the skull and the first two vertebrae. Then the last type of joint is gliding joint. In this type of joint, the bones glide over each other. It is found in the wrist, ankle and between the vertebra in the backbone. So I hope you have understood these different kinds of movable joints.